So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our journey, our series of planets through houses in Navamsa Chart in Vedic Astrology. And in this particular video, let's try to understand Jupiter placement in the third house of your D-9 Navamsa Chart and what are going to be the results that are particularly associated with this Jupiter placement in the third house. So as I've already covered in my previous videos as well, third house in the Navamsa Chart is going to be very important house with regards to the skill set which is present inside you. So this is the house which represents the talent, hidden talent which is present inside everyone. And Jupiter placement in the third house, it means the unlocking factor of your hidden talent is eventually going to be coming after gaining lot of knowledge into your life. Knowledge is really going to be considered as a very powerful thing with this Jupiter placement in the third house. And yes, this Jupiter have the capacity to bless you with variety of knowledge into your area. It's not necessary I'm only talking about your school education, college education, or if you are pursuing some master's degree, but this is going to be the overall knowledge. Knowledge of medicine, knowledge of healing, knowledge of Vedang, knowledge of Jyotishastra, all that occult knowledge, even the financial knowledge as well. Your decision making capability with regards to making certain financial decisions in your life, like what are going to be the financial choices that you are going to make, which are going to impact you for next 15, 20 years of your life. Are you carefree with regards to your money, or like what kind of specifically energy and efforts that you are going to infuse with regards to taking the investment decisions? That is also seen from this Jupiter. Now, if the dignity of this planet is very strong in both D1 and both the D9 charts, this Jupiter have the capacity to make you a completely self-employed personality. Because this Jupiter in the third house is going to be a very responsible planet. And you can see, like from the very beginning stages of their life, Jupiter is going to infuse that kind of a mentality inside these people, where they are going to be more future eccentric personalities. When I say future eccentric, so have you seen the lineage family businesses or any family business? Like your grandfather is operating some business, then father, then the coming generations. So this Jupiter is acting as a generational Jupiter that is going to have a very strong sense or very strong ethical and moral values that are infused inside this Jupiter. Now on the negative side, specifically if this Jupiter is debilitated, okay? And I will tell you, debilitated Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn in your Navamsa chart is purely a representation of some curses. It may be related to your ancestors, or maybe some sudden deaths that have happened inside your family is going to be the reason you have received the debilitated Jupiter in the Navamsa Kundli. Particularly in the third house, this might going to be connected with the father side, or it may be through the mother side. Like when I say sudden death, so in Hindi we call it as Akal Mrityu. So like it may be drowning in a water, burning in a fire, accidental death, any conceiving related failures, or any other form of death. Because in our Vedic tradition, if the person is dying, specifically while laying on the ground, that is the only case we consider as a natural death. Apart from this, any other form of death is considered as a Akal Mrityu. And debilitation of the Jupiter in the third house is not going to impact your marriage, but this is also going to impact the generations that are going to come in your life. Apart from this, one more thing, this Jupiter is also going to give you a lot of relocation. Relocation means to say the change of place, like you are constantly changing the places immediately after marriage. Or suppose before marriage, you are a very stable person, you are having a very secure kind of environment and you are staying for one place for more than 15, 20, 25 years. But as soon as the event of marriage is going to trigger, this Jupiter is going to take a lot of energy from the spouse chart as well. And now depending upon both of your third houses, like how that lords are posited and what is the impact, this Jupiter have the capacity to give lot of change of places. And this is the change of place that is going to be happening after maybe 2 years, 3 years, then again changing, again changing, again changing. Because this is going to be one of the most unstabilized form of Jupiter, which you are going to particularly see in the third house. Now the remedy part for this Jupiter for dealing with that instability part is only going to come after having the children, because here the child is going to be the greatest blessing, specifically if in the D1 chart as well, that is your natal birth chart. If Jupiter is forming any sort of connection with the 5th house, like either the sign of Sagittarius posited in the 5th house or either the sign of Pisces, or even Jupiter forming any sort of connection with the 5th house Lord in the D1 chart and then Jupiter going in the 3rd house, it means the children birth chart. You need to pay attention towards your kid's horoscope in order to see like which area is going to provide both of you, as a husband, as a wife, that kind of stability. And I'm not only talking about the stability from financial point of view, from the place as well, deciding place, so that at least that mental peace or that mental security is coming into your way. So that is a very important thing. Even in the fields of, as I initially told you, with regards to the career aspect, in the field of Vedang, Jyotish Shastra and even self-employment, because Jupiter is going to act as a very good teacher, preacher, as a guide, as a mystic, as an advisor and even as a teacher. All that professions are going to be absolutely fine if you are inclining your energy with this Jupiter. And you will see specifically at the maturity of even Mercury as well, like at the age of 32, when your Mercury is getting matured, you will see that energy of Jupiter is also going to get activated on the very high level. So this is the one side of Jupiter. When you go into the second side of Jupiter, that have to deal with the finances, lot of financial activities, or even creating wealth. Because I told you, Jupiter in whichever house in the Navamsha chart, this is a very benefic planet. This is a highly auspicious planet. So Jupiter is the only planet that have the capacity to even nullify all the negative impacts that you are receiving from all the other planetary alignments as well. Jupiter have the capacity to control it. Even in the D1 chart, 80% I will tell you, the houses, your wealth aspect, your money, your marriage, your children, they are governed by wealth. They are governed by Jupiter. So this is the greatest planet of all time. And if its dignity is really very powerful in the D9 chart, this have the capacity to improve all the life. Now one more thing, based upon the conjunctions also in your Navamsha Kundli, if you want to understand the conjunctions in the much better way, I'm going to list one video up there. But if for example Jupiter is in conjunction in a planetary war with more than 2 planets, 3 planets, 5 planets are posited in your 3rd house along with this Jupiter, now the results are totally going to change. More the planets in the 3rd house, more it become very difficult for you to find a sustainable relationships. This Jupiter then is going to be a very challenging placement, first of all, in order for you to find a partner. Then after finding a partner, try to stay with them, and the most of the time, thus Jupiter is only going to create the problems with regards to the belief system. And these are not your belief system, these are also the belief systems of your spouse and life partner. Because Jupiter is a very dominating kind of a planet. Jupiter, with the passage of time, when as a husband and wife, both of you staying in one single room as a complete partners, then you will see like after 2-3 years of your relationship, when the initial energy of Mars and Venus, which will help you to form any relationship, that is slowly getting eradicated away. You are going to find many videos over the YouTube as well, like the initial spark of the relationship in the 1-2 year, that is slowly getting faded away. So when that slowly that relationship, that charm is getting faded away, Jupiter with the passage of time have the capacity to superimpose all the belief systems over the other person with whom you are staying, and that is where the problems will come. Similarly from your partner as well. I have seen even the divorces happening after 15 years of marriage with this single Jupiter, and the only problem is that superimposing of belief systems over one another life. It's very important for you to understand, like rather than superimposing our belief systems over one other life, you need to try to respect each other belief system rather than superimposing, because superimposing is going to create a lot of Jupiterian energy. Then both of you are going to become one singular person. Then there is no longer going to be any attraction factor happening between both of you. So as soon as you are respecting each other belief system, or you are setting certain boundaries in your relationship, Like if there are 24 hours in a day, we need to devote 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to this thing, and maybe 1 to 2 hours we are going to stay together. Only then this Jivatma will able to survive. Because Jupiter, even as I told you, this represents that expansion part. Like you are going to expand everything so that this have the capacity to feed the generations that are going to come. So when you are keep on expanding lot of things, the horizon which have expanded, it become very difficult for you to take care regarding all that areas as well. Because originally this Jupiter is a very Mercurian kind of a energy in the 3rd house. This is going to feel certain way, the energy of Mercury. So that is going to be a very fast energy where the knowledge, whatever you are gaining, so that practical implementation is becoming very fast. Or this is going to create that kind of a mindset where you want to go into 10 to 15 different directions, not be able to find satisfaction while doing the one thing. Repeat and redundant activities are not meant for you. Even not a mundane life is meant for you. So then this Jupiter have the capacity to take the knowledge into the different realm. And when Jupiter try to like take its knowledge into the different realm, when Jupiter try to expand, then there are going to be lot of pending things which you will not be able to complete over time, not be able to focus upon time. And when then you are going to reach your old age in your 70s, 60s, then you have that realization. Like I've did certain mistakes in my life as well, and that is where you need to focus upon more, reflecting on the back karmas rather than creating new karmas with this Jupiter. So I hope you have gained some deep insights in this video with me. If you are having any queries, any consultations with regards to your Jupiter placement, you can feel free to contact me at my email ID, and I will try my best to respond you back as soon as possible. So till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. And I'm going to meet you very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.